And welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Anchor here joining Carrie this morning, and now joining me we have Rhonda Chansu, I'm making sure I get it right, who is a documentary filmmaker with a master's degree in documentary filmmaking. This morning you're going to be telling me about your latest project, which hits very close to home, but not in the way that we think. Rhonda, welcome.
Thank you so much, Anchor.
Now, this film, Nearest Neighbours, takes a look at Venezuelan refugees moving to Trinidad and Tobago with the intent of course, bettering their lives. It was all over the news. It was all over our airwaves. And why did you then decide to go even further into this, well, debacle, so to speak?
Right. So I started filming around January of this year. So really the film covers that period from January to the middle of this year. And as you mentioned, it was all over the news. It's something that is definitely very close to home. And so I decided to explore that.
With documentaries, we tend to, of course, look closely at facts. But this is a very emotional situation because we're talking about people uprooting their lives and moving to a foreign country. What would you hope that viewers would come away with from this particular piece?
Right. That's a great question. I think that I really want people to ask their own questions, to, I guess, open up their minds to understanding the perspectives, to understanding a different perspective, because obviously with every different situation, there are many different ways that we can view it. We all have our own ways of perceiving things. Right. So I think just being open to listening and to receiving some of the stories that people have so bravely decided to share.
Right, definitely bravely to share, because like we said, it's a very personal situation, and here you are exploring that thoroughly. Now, you yourself have done everything from, well, writing the scripts to PAs to video assistant, script supervisor. Is there anything under the realm of film that you haven't actually done just yet?
I have not done makeup and art department and wardrobe.
Okay, but I don't think there was two on the list to be done, no? In the case of this one, this documentary is this documentary is going to be airing tonight. We will be looking forward to more documentaries from you, more shorts. What can we expect from the future?
Yeah, well, I think first off, the next steps for this particular film. So it's showing on TTT, and then I'm really interested in bringing it out to communities.
Oh, nice.
And and engaging different communities in the conversation. So it's not a one-directional that, I'm bringing this film to them, but I think one of the issues that I've noticed in Trinidad is that in terms of lack of information and in terms of different voices being given a platform in which they could be heard. So I think basically being able to engage different community groups, finding out from them what's happening on the ground, but in a constructive manner. And so the next step with this film is hopefully community screenings. And then I'm figuring out what's next for 2020.
You have 1 month. Now, like we said, this particular piece, Nearest Neighbours, will be airing today, the 14th, at 8 p.m. as we continue to live for local. And granted that it is a documentary, do we look forward to, yes, the community outreach and those other facets specific to the documentary, but any other films, any other projects in the nearer future, will they be documentary style as well?
Yes, absolutely. I am definitely returning to my roots in documentary film.
I like it.
Yeah.
Keeping us informed and keeping abreast of what exactly is going on within the areas. I like it, I like it. Now, if you guys wanted to see more of this, we will certainly be airing the show on 8 tonight. But if we wanted to find you online, we wanted to check out your portfolio, how do we do so?
Yes. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. The name of the production company is Bird's Eye View Productions Limited. I believe it's birdseye.tt on Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay.
And the website is linked on both of those platforms as well.
Right. So, Rhonda Chasu, thank you very much for coming through this morning.
Thank you.
Definitely looking forward to hearing on Neighbours' side of the story, so to speak. And so those of you who will be tuning in at 8 p.m. tonight, let's use a hashtag. Let's check out the film and tell us what you think, as well as we take in Nearest Neighbours right here on TTT.